I gotta get the interceptions, man. Y'all gotta get the interceptions y'all want, man. Y'all want the sacks, get the interceptions, man.
Yeah. Nice. You got a dance set. What you gonna do when you get that pick six? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna just take it in the Sunny Hall in the student section and just bring it in, man.
Okay. You ain't gonna grab the pom-poms or nothing like that?
Vegan might kick me right out of there. You take it to the locker room, all right?
Feeling better than I ever been. Cairo in his bag, this beat is heaven sent. Back up in my element, new whip, trunk up in the front, I whip an elephant. It's all limo tint, that's how you move when you the president. You assin' off stream, treat him like my last name. Disrespecting, you just signed a check for a long day. Appetizer rappers, you will never be an entree. Really, you a condiment, and I hope y'all follow this crazy.
Hey, welcome to the Players Lounge, presented by the Rockin R Bar. It's your boy Josh Perkins. I'll be sitting with some current MSU players, some former MSU players. We're gonna chop it up a little bit. I wanna take a second to thank all our supporters out there. It's gonna be a great season. It's gonna be a great show. Let's go Cats. All right, sitting here with my guys, the linebacker group, you know what I'm saying, the hard heads or whatever you wanna call them and stuff like that. Let me get your name and where you from?
Nolan Askelson, I'm from Billings, Montana.
Okay, Billings in the house.
McCade O'Reilly from Bozeman.
Yeah, hometown.
Jesse Clark, Miss City, man. You know this.
Okay. Down bottom?
Oh yeah, from the south, man, southeast.
Okay. What's your favorite food to eat?
Oh man, seafood. I like crabs, lobster, crawfish.
Okay.
You know, red beans and rice.
Okay. Crawfish, that's when you rip the head off?
Oh yeah.
Y'all ever tried that?
I've never had
boil. Yeah, bro. You just rip the head off, suck the head, get all the sauce off. It's weird, but
yeah.
I love
call
it.
A day, pause. Then,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, I haven't. I'm gonna do that then. You gotta do a boil for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So some quick questions, like just about being a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Like the mindset of it. Because there's so many things you guys got to do, right? You might have to cover tight ends. You might have to run field. You might have to blitz. Actually, let me get that question out there. What's more thrilling for you guys? To get a pick or to get a sack?
Oh, a pick.
I like sacks. Me personally, I like sacks. Yeah, man.
I'm trying to get the Sunny Hall out there with it.
You trying to take it to the house. Okay.
I'm giving up the pick for the sack any day, bro.
Me personally. Hey, watch it. You got hands?
I ain't got really hands like that. I really ain't got hands like that, but I'm just like more so like, damn, bro, like I'm trying to break something.
You get that free shot, he doesn't see you coming.
Yeah, exactly.
He gonna get all that anxiety. As soon as that ball.
I'm more for the sack than a fumble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Quarterback come, boom. You know what I'm saying? Easy money.
Okay.
Boys pick it up. We got a couple plays that happened before.
Okay. And you was coming off the edge.
I was coming off the edge, yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's like more like a buck position. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing for the most part. And then I'll cover the flats and stuff too. So, yeah.
And we kind of got a different scheme now.
It's a different scheme
right?
now for sure.
We ran there before. What you guys more responsible for then, as far as how the new scheme is?
Oh man, we're sideline to sideline, man.
Yeah,
there's only two of us out there, so we got to run the show, fill gaps, blitz, cover tight ends, all that.
Are y'all making the calls out there too? Are the linebackers making the calls or the safeties?
Oh, linebackers. Come on.
Oh,
We don't leave it up to them. Man.
You don't know what you might be in at that point, right?
We got to be on the same page. If we let them do it, that's not going to happen.
No.
Okay. No, that almost par for the course. We had some safeties in here before, and they were just talking about, like, I mean, you might not get it right, but as long as we all on the same page, that don't sound too confident to me. You know what I'm saying? At that point. So, when did you start playing ball? When did you start playing football?
Oh, I didn't start playing football till, I was about 10 years old. I was always a baseball player growing up, so football was kind of an afterthought. Yeah.
Who's some of your favorite baseball guys?
I'm actually named after Nolan Ryan, so.
Really?
For real?
Yeah, that's my boy right there. Yeah, the picture, I got the picture of him in the headlock beating some dude. That's on my wall. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a mindset there. He was kind of older when he did that too.
Yeah, oh yeah, he wasn't scared of nobody though. I loved it.
OG Nolan.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you, McCade?
I've been playing since I can remember.
Two
older brothers. I got, pretty much just.
Your older brothers play football too?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so.
Because you got, one of your brothers, Callahan O'Reilly, right? One of our linebackers from last year.
Peyton O'Reilly, he's 4 years older than me, and he went to Miami of Ohio for football. So.
Was he a linebacker too?
Yeah, he played linebacker when he first got there, and then they switched him to fullback.
Okay, so the whole family full of linebackers there, basically.
Yeah. My dad played linebacker at Carroll too. So.
Oh, for real? That's what's up.
Wow.
You got the whole gang.
You
Just
got everybody telling them what to do. Everybody.
Yeah, I wasn't playing wide receiver, running back. No.
When did you start playing ball?
Bro, 12th grade year, bro, in high school, bro. I never played
way.
football.
Really?
Never, bro.
What was you doing to get in trouble?
I was basketball. Got in some trouble, but basketball was my first love, bro, before I even knew what girls was. Man, like, bro, we would play all day basketball, and then, like, my basketball coach, I played my 11th grade year, my basketball coach told me, like, you got to play football. Like, you ain't going nowhere in basketball. But I felt like I was good, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What was you, 3, 4? What was this?
I played the 3, so I played shooting guard, you know, but I played football my 12th grade year, bro. I got 11, I played tight end, you know, and I played defensive end, bro. I got like 20-some sacks, bro, and 11 touchdowns, bro.
Your first year playing ball?
My first year playing football, bro. They suck,
And you wasn't
bro.
a senior playing JV and none of that BS?
No, bro, I was a senior, bro, my 12th grade year playing football, bro. And then
You didn't play in Pop Warner or nothing?
I ain't play Pop Warner, nothing, but I had no concept of what football
You
was,
just go
bro.
get ball.
Yeah, bro, I was just like, I mean, we threw the football around as a kid, bro, but I never, like, played, like, organized football until 12th grade. And, like,
So how was that when you like first stepped in? Was you swimming a little bit, just like with the lingo? And
it was just, yeah. So I ain't know nothing about the lingo, bro. Like, as a defensive end, my job was just to rush the quarterback every time. So if it was like I had to cover the flash, forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was just rushing the quarterback, bro. And then tight end, it was one play that they had for me. It was called wop-pop. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me just acting like I'm guarding, running a straight route, and catching the ball and just running as fast as I can, bro. And that was the only 2 plays.
For you, huh?
Easy money, bro.
Yeah, that's a good coach right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And,
saying?
hey, bro, I end up getting, like, a couple colleges talked to me after that, and now I'm here, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
that's how I go, bro.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
only 1 year of high school football, bro. It sucked.
And then you went to JC and then you came here.
Yeah,
and
I
knocked
went
it
to
out.
junior college and came here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I still didn't know everything about football when I was in junior college or when I came here.
Every now and then they'll call a play like, what is that?
Yo, God.
Oh, really? Probably no rep signs or nothing.
Nothing.
You gotta ask, like,
Nothing.
What do we do?
Exactly, bro. Like,
Okay.
what's up?
So, okay, let me switch subjects a little bit because with you guys being Montana guys, I'm just going to get a perspective on you know, I guess you guys versus you, Jesse, just on that Cat Grizz rivalry, right? We feel like one of the best rivalries in the nation. Obviously, College Game Day came down here to get a taste of it, and I think we showed up and showed out. But as far as like growing up, because I remember you, I think you played like multiple positions. Like I remember you in high school. You played like quarterback and stuff too, right? Didn't you? Yeah. So what was it like coming up as far as that Cat Grizz rivalry? Was you guys locked in? Was your family super involved? Did you come to any of them as a youth? Or?
I had never been to one actually, so it was a shock. My redshirt year going over there, and first game is a Miracle, Missoula. That was
your first game?
Yeah, I played. That was my first game I played in. Had my first career tackle in that game. It was awesome, but
that's a great memory right there, huh? That'll build a love for football right there, bro.
Yeah, I was bought in from there. But I mean, honestly, you know, my family wasn't like super bought into it, but it's still Montana. Everyone watches that game. Everyone's picking a side, even if you're not diehard. Like, you got a side. You're not in the middle of that game.
Okay, so what was you like? Because we had Ryan and Ort over here before. He like a third generation Grizz that you know we stole to bring to our beautiful Bobcat family. Was you on the Grizz side? Was you on the Bobcat side? You keep it 100. We won't judge.
I was when I was a young kid. I was all I remember was playing the NCAA football game.
Yeah.
And I just remember I loved Monty doing the mascot. Mascot for his mascot.
Yeah.
I picked Monty, but once I got to high school and I started talking to the coaches, getting recruited a little bit, I could just tell MSU was the place to be. You know, the culture, the school, just everything about Bozeman I loved way more, and I immediately fell in love with it over here. And you know, it's FTG now till I die.
Okay,
so.
let's do it. Well, we appreciate you being here too. You know what I mean? What about you? Because you was the Bozeman guy, right?
Yeah, I'm from
hometown guy. So
you had to be for the Cats.
Yeah, no option almost for you, right?
You had to be, bro.
Going to tailgates every time here and just enjoying the Bozeman experience. But
so you was going basically every year when you was younger?
Even when you was a kid?
every year that it was here, I came here, and then my first one in Missoula was actually the Miracle Missoula. So.
Oh, really? You was at that one?
Yeah.
Did you storm the field?
Yeah.
Anything?
No, I was up in the nosebleeds. So.
Okay, you couldn't get down there fast enough or whatever. And so what about you? When you got here, like
Well, when
come where you come from, because you went from Louisiana to California to here, right?
Yeah.
So have you heard anything about it before you got here?
No,
or?
I didn't, bro. Like when I first came, people was talking about it, and that was like before the game even started. That people was just like,
like when you first just came to campus type deal, right?
Like F the cats, F the grids, whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. But when I actually was in the game, like I was like, oh, I see what it's about. Like you could feel it, like you know what I'm saying, like
a certain type of energy.
Yeah, it was like a certain energy, bro. And it was just like I was like, I see why everybody's about it. You know what I'm saying? And then ever since then, bro, it was like.
Did you win the first one? Your first year, did you?
No, we lost the first one and won the second one. Yeah.
Okay. So you got to take that L and just ride with that throughout the year,
too,
right?
Bro. Yeah, and it was home too. Yeah, it was home, so it sucked, bro. But we went out there and smacked them.
Okay.
And we let them feel it too.
That's when Chris Murray did the helicopter in the end zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. Y'all had some momentum games.
That was a fire game.
And now, as you done playing, do you still feel it?
Oh yeah, bro. I still feel it, bro. I'm always at the Cat Grizz games, bro. Like, I mean, the feeling never left. I mean, like every cat game, I'm just like, damn, bro. I just wish I was out there, cause you just feel it. Like it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like bittersweet to like you can actually watch, people grow, like, different kids come in, and then like opposed to like I wish it could just be on pause. You ever seen that movie Click where you got to rewind every time? I would just rewind till I was playing every time, but it gets selfish at the end, and you know what I'm saying? It's good to see, kids come and be here and take over what we started and stuff like that. So but I still feel it every game. Like even with Cat Grizz, I feel it a little bit more, but every game it's the same feeling. Yeah.
I gotta say that's one of my favorite parts about the game is the out-of-state guys who come in and don't know nothing about it, and then after that first time they get it, they get it and they love it. They care just as much as we do. I think that's the coolest thing. It's like, dude, that's my brother now. Like, you get it. You get what we're about. Like, we're going to war, dude. Like, they know what it is.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
Especially we go over the hill and go over there, and then you got 20,000 on top of you, throwing stuff at you, cussing you out, and it's just like you were in the trenches with your brothers.
Yeah, we're in the trenches, bro. Yeah, that's exactly how it is, bro. Same feeling.
No, and I think those moments is what create like the friendship that football brings. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, they look at football, and I think that's one thing that you might miss out on if you don't play football. Is that brotherhood that you continue. We had some guys in here before that would talk about like that trip to Frisco that we did, how that opened up so many opportunities for people to get back in front of each other, say hi to people who haven't talked to each other in 20, 25, 30 years, and now they talk to each other every day, and it kind of reminded them of those trenches, you know what I'm saying, that you kind of all been through. What's some of the stuff maybe now that you've done playing, maybe some advice that you like maybe pass on to them, because just how many more years you got?
That's it for me.
This is it for you?
One more.
I got two more.
Two more.
I mean, me personally, the biggest thing, bro, is like, you can get caught up with a lot of stuff like, like the fame that you get from playing football, but for the most part, bro, just make every day count, I mean, you can slack up you can't slack up sometimes, but it's sometimes where you like, don't feel like you're giving it 100%, but, just make every day count, man, and like, just be better than you was the day before, you know what I'm saying, and just keep grinding and don't give up. I know it's gonna be hard sometimes, but, the biggest thing about it is like, you able to talk to your brothers, like, you know what I'm saying, the ones that you grinding with every day, and, you know what I'm saying, so, I mean, my biggest thing is just like make every day count, and keep grinding, so.
Oh, great. Yeah. And then like the culture, like a lot of people talk about like our Bobcat, we have such a great culture here. Even that's like, I help with some of the recruiting stuff, and you can almost see the parents say that same thing. It might be other reasons the kid decide not to come here, but it's not because of the kids in our program or our culture. So since you was a little bit older, when you first got here, was that culture already here, or did you see it develop here over time, or how it was when you first came in as a freshman? Was the older guys taking you in and showing you the ropes, or?
It was a little different, I would say. I think Cho, you probably know it. From the beginning, he built that culture, I would say, in those 4 years. And his whole thing was a player-ran program, but it took time to get the right guys in here. He kind of had to clear house when he got here.
Okay.
And when I got here, it was a little bit.
It was a little rough then.
I think the older guys, like, they were great dudes. They were great teammates, great leaders, but I think they were a little, like, they were pretty quiet, hands off. Like, it was because Chose was the player-ran program, and I just think that they weren't used to that they weren't as comfortable in that position. Whereas by the end of his career and then into vegan, I think all the guys like you see Cal and Ty, they had seen how that was created, and by the time they were in that position, they were 100% ready to take charge, lead the team, be the voice, be the leaders.
That's nice.
Set the standards. So, I mean, I think it was a great culture at the beginning, but I just think it's only gotten better as I've been here.
Okay. And then Troy probably helped with that too, because he's a pretty, pass the buck, pass the attention to everybody else. I'm just here to kind of work, right?
Yeah.
And lead.
Yeah, I mean, he ticks a little bit differently than other people, so it's hard for some people to relate to him sometimes, I think. And I think he understood that and let other people do the leading, but he definitely wasn't scared to say something if it needed to be said.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when he said it, then he meant something at that time.
Yeah, you're listening for sure.
Type thing. And then like for you like kind of being new into the program and stuff like that, is there some things that you see that you want to pass down now to some of the younger guys that's coming in? Do you find that like pressure to maintain that culture, or does it come kind of natural?
For me, I don't know if it comes natural, but seeing these guys take charge and what they've done, I mean, Troy, Cal, and Ty, I mean, those are some of the best leaders we've had on defense for a while, and just watching their group work together the way they did, and definitely sets a standard for us younger guys, and I hope we can carry it on. So.
Yeah, Peter. So you're not like the most rah-rah leader type, you saying?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You just kind of just go in there and do your work? Or?
Yeah, I just try to work and try to hold people accountable, like if they're really doing something wrong. But for the most part, I'm just doing my work, and hopefully everyone else sees like what they can do and doing it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about like the trust factor? I know like talking to some of the linemen, they say that's like super important amongst them. Is like to have the trust in the brother next to you. They're gonna do their job. You're gonna do their job, and then that kind of how it goes. Is that the same thing with the linebacker group?
I think that's incredibly important, especially on defense. I mean, we got guys who are all on different pages doing different jobs. So I mean, we got at the end of the day communicate and get everyone on the same page and figure out what we're doing. So.
Because offense guys make it seem like offense is so intricate, is geometry or some stuff like that, and defense is just line up and go get ball. But it's some intricacies, and you guys are schemes and play too. What's when you first got here from high school? Let's see, what was more of a factor for you, like the playbook scheme part or the physical part of the football aspect? Jumping from high school to college, what was harder for you? The playbook scheme or the actual physicality of your position?
For me, the physicality for sure. Because
what weight did you come in at when you got here?
I was about 215, so I wasn't like,
okay.
I wouldn't say, I was a little bit smaller, but it was nothing crazy. But I think we played good football in high school in Montana, but you don't got an O-line of 6'3", 300 across the board. You're not seeing that. You're not seeing that. I'm taking on some 220-pound tackles in high school. You get up here, you get 320 coming down. You got Mitch Bryant coming down at you.
Oh man,
it's a little different, man. It took.
You gotta make a business decision right there. You know what I'm saying?
That was it for sure.
Okay.
For me, is the IQ part, the playbook part for sure. I think I came in I was pretty fast, pretty strong for at least my age at the time, but I think for me it was just developing that football IQ and learning the playbook.
Same here, bro. When I came, like I said, I ain't really know nothing about football like that. Then the schemes and like the way we played, it was just so different. It was like the playbook was the biggest part for me, Like physical was easy, because I really never had to go against most of those guys unless it was like one-on-ones, but I was just shooting past them,
Okay, you just using your speed. You wasn't even trying.
They're like JP Flynn and them boys. I'm like, I'm not about to run head up with you, bro. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And I played with Mitch too, so I was like,
oh yeah, you got some good linemen then over there. You was battling every day in practice.
Oh yeah, bro.
That was sharpening your sword then for real.
We
then,
had Cal. We had some big boys, and it was like, I'm like, man, I got to be faster. I can't even, because they was physical, man. Like, once they get a hold to you, it was over with. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't fight it, bro. Just act like you're doing your job, bro. Nah, but it was definitely the playbook for me for the most part, because it was just like, actually like studying it. Like, it's not like just like, hey, hop on the field and you got 2 plays like in high school, It's more so like, bro, it's like a lot of different schemes, a lot of different plays. Like you got twists and crosses, Like it's a lot of stuff you got to think about, and it's like, it's only a sign like when you're in the game, and it's fast paced. And if you ain't staying on, bro, you getting out of the game, bro. Like, I done got kicked out.
You got snatched out
so many times, bro, for not doing the plays, bro.
You supposed to wiggle and waggle.
Like Coach Greg, bro, he was like, get out of here, bro. Like, yeah, but
you laughing kind of hard over there. That's something, you experienced some of that too.
Yeah, it's definitely the playbook, bro, for me, man.
That part. So for a high schooler at home, they got to understand that it takes some smarts to play some ball.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's
definitely
one misconception too. Like athletes is just meatheads. Yeah. But with meatheads, we wouldn't be able to do these schemes. Like I think like some of these NFL schemes, and hear some of these guys and how long their play calls are, whichever position and stuff like that. So it's like it's impossible to call, I think, any football player unintelligent at that point.
Playbook, and also like just like watching film. Like like you learn so much from like watching film. Like, cause I'm more of like a photographer guy. Like I like to like see it. I like to see it first. Like on paper it's kind of like weird, but if I can see it and then I can like put them together, I'm like, oh, okay. So I can like see the offense doing this formation. I can be like, oh, they're running this or they're running that, But it's like a repeat of just steady watching plays and watching film. I mean, like.
So what's some things you watch? Like what's some keys? You watching footwork? You watching?
You watch footwork. You like how they drop back, like how offense set up, like offensive tackle set up when they about to run a counter route or whatever, like you should start just watching like how like a wide receiver or do like a motion in a certain position, and you'd be like, oh yeah, okay, I watched this like 20 times in film, and like.
So when you see it during the game,
and the linebackers are like, hey, switch up or whatever the call is to like make that proper adjustment, and then like you just go from there. You'd be like, oh damn, I'm so glad I watched that in film opposed to like, just watching it on paper, and then you be in practice and what I'm saying, you run those plays, but it's just like with me personally, like film was the biggest thing for me,
Okay.
Yeah, I would say like I feel like that's when my game changed, is like you get comfortable and you get to the point in the game where you're reacting instead of thinking.
Exactly.
Like instead of seeing stuff, thinking about what's going on, and then like deciding what I need to do, where I need to be. It's like you said, you see emotion, oh, this play's coming. As soon as they snap it, you see your one key, oh, there it is, and I'm there right now.
Yeah. That made a big difference in your play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and that's the speed of the game difference from high school to college.
Exactly.
If stuff's happening that fast, you got to be able to think that fast.
Yeah.
And that's what it was for me, just instead of trying to take everything in the middle of the play, it's just like you got to have your key, you see it, and you just got to trust it.
You got to trust it, yeah.
And then you say now some issues you was having with earlier in your career, you said that now you feel you got like a grip on, so you're not thinking so much. You got to just almost play
So now that I'm comfortable with the playbook and what I'm supposed to be doing, I can focus on what the offense is doing, and then I can know what they're doing, and then I know what I'm doing instead of trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do and then run into them,
So is it like an aha moment? Is it like, oh, like I get it now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it a certain moment, or you just kind of process it through practice?
I think it's just hours of watching film.
I mean, you learn a lot from losses. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you mess up so many times and then eventually it just click. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, I may mess up again, like, but at the same time, like, I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I know that was just a brain fart. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I know I was supposed to cover that. I know I was supposed to call this, but I know what I'm doing. It's not like I don't know what I'm doing out here. Yeah. So it comes, man, but it's not gonna come unless you mess up more, you mess up more and then you learn, and then it's just like, it's like that first time learning how to drive or whatever, you know what I'm saying, forgetting to hit the signal lights or hitting the brakes too fast. It's like, it comes, and then it's just like, okay, I'm a pro driver now,
Okay.
If you forget what you're doing for a split second, it's too late. Like, you already messed up.
Yeah, you already messed up.
And now you got a 300-pound MF all on top of you type stuff. You're going to pay for that mistake then.
The thing for me that helped me a lot, because when Cho was here, we don't practice the way we practice now with the two spot, and you're getting like twice. I remember my freshman year fall camp, I got maybe 8 plays a day. You're not
so
going
it's
to figure
hard
out
to
the
learn.
playbook. Like nowadays, everyone's getting reps. We got people scrimmaging on both sides of the field. Freshmen are getting 40 plays, as many as the seniors are getting. So when I was young, the big thing for me was, even if you're not in, is getting those mental reps. You're watching your position, you know the call, you're seeing the offense. Like, you really, like, it's in your mind. You got to visualize what you're doing. Because if you're not taking those reps, like, what are you doing out there? You're just wasting time. You're just standing around watching. That's one thing that, like, my first fall camp, I didn't do that. I didn't know the playbook. So, like, I don't even know if, like, oh, did he mess up? Was he right?
Oh, you didn't even know?
I don't know. It looks like
you didn't even know.
It looks like he might have made the play, so he must have been right. Like, I don't know. But once you get the playbook down, you can start doing those mental reps. That was changing for me too.
Okay. And then so the younger guys now, do you see if they struggle with some of the stuff, then you may be able to help them some of the stuff that you picked up behind how you learned.
That's always what I'm telling the new guys. We just had a transfer come in. He was struggling a little bit, and I was telling him, dude, like, whenever you're on the sideline over here, like, you should be mentally in there. Like, you should not just be talking to everybody, screwing around. Like, get a splash and then get back here and watch your position. Like, you should be talking in your head, okay, here's my alignment. Here's my key. Here's the communication I'm giving. And then once the play breaks down, you should be knowing exactly where you should be moving. Like, you should not be wasting reps out there, because, we built a strong program all the way back from then. And if you're not getting better, they're going to bring somebody in that's going to take your spot. So.
No, that's real. That's real. How about you? I'm going to get to you on that culture thing. How was the culture when you got here? You know what I mean? And in those first couple of years, and
I mean, just adjusting to the program took some time for me, we definitely was on a little slower pace than what these guys are on now. I mean, everything is super fast paced and on point, structured as far as I had that switch with the coaches, so that kind of threw me off as far as the coaching goes, and then you kind of gotta. With everybody, you kind of got to build that trust, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, when I first started, when Choke came in, I had Ash at first, and, I'm going through fall camp and stuff with those guys. I was and then they switched up, after that season. Building that trust with Choke, it took some time, but it was quicker than the time it took with me to build trust with Ash or whatever. And once we came in, man, Coach Cho was just balls to the wall, bro, let's go, and he made everybody feel safe and comfortable. He had meetings with each person individually, see where you're from, what's your life like, you know what I'm saying, where you been at, and that that kind of generated a type of respect for him. I'd be okay, he really cares, and then after that, it was just hey, he'll talk nice to you for a minute, then he'll get that's right afterwards, if you mess up, so, and I was all right, he's a dad, you know what I'm saying? And after that, it was just trust, and it just went from there, man. So it the transition, with the new coaches, it went smooth, and it was a quick transition, because we had to have that, as soon as say it again? No. We just had to have that, so, and it all worked out for the better, because he's a great coach.
So did you switch? Did your position coach switch too? Who's your linebacker coach?
Yeah. So we had my D-line coach at first was Bobcat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Bo.
Yeah. And then Todd came in.
Oh.
Yeah, Gregory came in, and then once he came in, it's two different levels with it too. Ty's serious, Coach Beck, he liked to joke around a lot, but get the job done. But Ty was just, he'll joke around with you, but he's strictly business. You know what I mean?
No. But I think that's good. I think that's some of the parts too that. As far as a football player, that help develop you for real world situations.
Oh,
when you talk about all the different
sure.
jobs and different things you got going on.
Yeah.
I think those experiences, having those different personalities you got to adapt to and appease, kind of help you, I think further in life.
Oh yeah, most definitely. They all they all refer to me, I always refer to them as my pops or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't have a dad growing up, but it's when I could I knew I had uncles and stuff, and I know what real men are, you know what I'm saying? So it's when I seen those guys and how they operate and how they talk to you, they talk to you with respect, but if you you mess up the respect, they gonna make you pay for it until you can build that respect back up, and that was one of the good things about having coaches like that, you know what I'm saying? Opposed to having coaches that's not too quick to get on your ass as far as if you mess up. You know, these coaches is like, I mean, you do one thing wrong, like, I don't care if it's the smallest. I mean, you gonna feel the heat, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, yeah, like, you know, that's respect, you know? So, yeah, so it was good.
And then you guys, so listen, y'all coach is Bobby Daly, right?
Yeah.
He's a former Bobcat and stuff like that. So, how is he? He's pretty hard on you guys because he seems kind of quiet, but he's played like that. I mean, he was quiet when he was a player, but he wasn't quiet on the field. You know what I'm saying? So he has his little pops or something here and there, or just when he get mad, or I won't get nobody in trouble. I see they look at you like, you go.
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Plead the fifth. I see that. I was playing underneath a Bobcat legend and stuff like that. As he said, well, back in the day, I used to be able to get that tackle. Did he Michael Jordan, you guys? You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't have to, man. Anybody you're around that knows him or play with him will tell you for him. He doesn't have to talk about himself. That's the amazing thing. And I think as a linebacker room, we got great dudes in there who really care, and we're all really hard on ourselves. And I think he knows that. And so he's not one to jump us like that. Like when we mess up, we know we messed up. We're hard on ourselves. We're already correcting ourselves. So he doesn't need to kick us in the butt. I would say we're probably one of the hardest working rooms on the team. So he doesn't really have to do all that. He's just dialed.
That's credit to him too.
Yeah, he's made
he brought
us
all
like
of us in. And
How many linebackers y'all got over there?
We got 10 this year,
10,
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's kind of formulated that culture of just like, this is on you guys. Like, this is your career. Like, and he's right there to help us with it all the way. So it's
that just goes back to, at least when I got here, Grant, Troy, Cal, like those guys did it the right way. And if he always said, like, he just points to them. It's like, hey, if you want to play, look what these guys did. Yeah. You got to work like them. You got to think like them. And that's how they were. So it's like if you don't want to get right, then you can get out of here. Like, he's not gonna waste your time, man. Like
A and B,
we got dudes in the room. Like if you don't want to be here, that's fine. It's not like it's not you know what I'm saying? It's like an opportunity for you to be here. Like it's a blessing for you to be here.
I got
I'm not gonna waste my time on you if you don't want to be here.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
There's 1,000 other people that want to be in your shoes. So
No. I think that helps even with that culture, because if everybody has that same mindset, we all pushing for the same goal. That's a success. So what you guys goals for this year as a linebacker room? Do you guys have any goals, or like a top this year? We trying to be in the top 20. You said anything yet, or is this too early?
We don't have a linebacker. No. We got defensive goals.
Yeah.
And then obviously personal goals and stuff. But.
Yeah.
I think with losing some of our best guys, like it's kind of a year where we have to prove ourselves again, especially as a defense. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I think so too. It kind of reminds me of the O-line last year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Pretty good, so
Yeah.
Y'all gotta get the interceptions, man. Y'all gotta get the interceptions y'all want, man. Y'all want the sacks, get the interceptions, man.
You got a dance set. What you gonna do when you get that pick six? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna just take it in the Sunny Hall in the student section and just bring it in, man.
You ain't gonna grab the pom-poms or nothing like that?
Vegan might kick me right out. You take to the locker room, all right?
And then back to that practice style. So you saying you guys break it up so the young guys, they're running straight scrimmages on one side of the field, and the older guys are doing the same thing. This is like during the game week and stuff too?
Game week is offense and defense. We break it up, but we're still.
But during camp, that's kind of what's going on, right?
Everybody's
getting a bunch of reps, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. It really helps us build that depth, and that we always preach that next man up mentality, and that's the big thing for it when you got your fourth string, fifth string guys still getting 30, 40 reps a day.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
That's compared to fourth, fifth string.
Go back and watch the film of those reps.
Oh, and we're watching every rep. They're getting coached up on every rep. I mean, it's just developing depth, and just the future teams is even. It's honestly one of the best things I think Vegan does.
Okay. That he brought in. That's one of the better things you've seen from the changeover from that. So before we go, man, I appreciate you guys all coming down here. You know what I mean? Kind of representing that Bobcat culture. You know what I mean? Putting our state on the map. What about you? What's a couple people in your life that maybe help you get to this point? Is there any pivotal moments, pivotal people that got this good-looking Nolan out here to be a Bobcat and not a baseball player?
I mean, obviously I got to shout out my family, my parents and my brother. always supported me, always looked up to all of them in different ways.
Older, younger?
Older brother, 2 years older than me.
Did he play ball too?
He did. He was always a dude growing up. I don't know if you remember the Big Sky Little League where they were in the World Series.
Yeah.
My brother hit a walk-off home run. It was
really?
number 1, top 10. Ever since then, I wasn't Nolan. I was Ben's little brother until I finally proved myself in high school. But I got to shout out my family. I mean, they're my support. They've always been there for me. And my high school coaches. I mean,
where'd you go?
Senior. So I had Chris Murdoch. I think
Y'all won state too, huh?
Back to back, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let him know.
So I mean, I think just the culture that we had there prepared me so much for getting here, and just how much culture mattered and how much he preached it and taught brotherhood. I think was just when I got here, I could tell other guys like hadn't heard that stuff. Like Choate would get our brotherhood meetings, and they, it'd be new information to them, and I'd be like, dude, I've heard this 3 times already. Like I know what he's gonna say.
So already gave you that foundation, huh?
Yeah. So I could not shout all those guys out.
Yeah, I'd go the same way. My mom and my dad.
Because your mom was a baller too, though, right?
Yeah, she went to ASU to play basketball.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's nice. What position?
Yeah, so, I don't know, shooter.
Shooter? You ever
Shooter. Yeah,
what? You was a pretty good basketball player too.
My brother was. I wrestled, so
okay.
That's another thing I was going to say. My wrestling coaches, I mean, they kind of pushed me to that next level of just like mental toughness, grinding things out. I mean, when you're in the wrestling room grinding it out for 2 hours, I mean, it sucks.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of sweating. You know what I'm saying?
And then just obviously my football coaches, I mean, Coach Weshy down at Bozeman High, I mean, he's pushed me and supported me all the way. So, I mean, that's a guy that I really lean on a lot. And then, I don't know, just all my family in Bozeman, I mean, I feel like the list is never ending.
Yeah, what about you, Jay?
My grandmother.
You was all around a little bit to get here.
My grandmother, she was like my mom growing up. My mom, she was a little younger, and my mom for sure. I gotta give shout out to her. And I had a little girl at a young age. Like I had a little girl when I was 15 years old. So, she kind of motivated me and pushed me to keep grinding and, staying out of trouble when I can, and when I can't, do it 100%, so. But yeah, man, the people I gotta give thanks to is my 3 ladies, man, my grandmother, my mom, and my little girl, so.
Okay. Yeah, I know I had some conversations with you before, and like football really helped just change your trajectory in your life.
Oh, amen.
That's
for
why
sure.
I'm a big supporter of NCAA football. It's because of stories like you and my boy Ramon. There's a bunch of different people who wouldn't be where they are today if it wasn't for football. And that's why I always try and give back and help out what I can because of that brotherhood that continue. And there's a bunch of guys that you meet on the teams. There'll be a bunch of guys that help change your perspective and how you make decisions moving forward. That's why I love football. I love the diversity aspect. I love the love and all that type stuff. So let's just keep maintaining that. Like I said, I appreciate you guys coming down, talking with me a little bit, and let's go get some dubs.
We just getting started like the kickoff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch the lift off.